Welcome to the University Dashboard tutorial for internal projects. The purpose of this tutorial is to provide an overview of the tool as it relates to USC internal projects. Hopefully you've had an opportunity to watch the University Dashboard overview tutorial, which is the first video in this series. The University Dashboard is a financial management reporting tool that provides numbers and information to help manage funds from beginning budget to remaining balance for sponsored projects, internal projects, operations, and construction projects. Anyone with PeopleSoft access will also have access to the University Dashboard. And like the Finance Intranet, you will have drill down capability into source documents with the ability to see attachments and comments, as well as other important details concerning the transactions. If you have questions regarding how to use the dashboard or information you see within the dashboard, use the table on the next slide to determine where to send your question. Depending on the content of your question, use this table to help you decide who to email. Each of these email addresses are monitored by a pool of individuals to help expedite getting responses back to you. Now let's go to the University Dashboard within PeopleSoft. After logging into PeopleSoft, the University Dashboard is found under the USC Enhancements menu. The path is Main Menu, USC Enhancements, University Dashboard. To begin using the University Dashboard, you must first enter a name in the Inquiry Name field. This field is restricted to 10 characters and does not accept special characters, but it does allow for spaces. We're going to enter the name Internal. It is advised when creating an inquiry name to make it descriptive of the search you are performing. Since we are searching internal projects, we're going to name our inquiry Internal. Now click the Add a New Value tab and the Add button. After adding an inquiry name, the dashboard landing page is presented. Notice the inquiry name is displayed in the upper left corner. After selecting the internal project selection criteria, only the search fields for that option are displayed. Required fields for searching for internal projects are operating unit, the from and to year, and the from and to period. To ensure you get the most accurate balances, it is suggested to always check the Include Adjustment Period checkbox. This will ensure that adjustment entries are included in the balances returned. Feel free to include any other search criteria depending on the information you are seeking. You can search for internal projects in a particular department or range of departments. You can search for a specific project if the project ID is known. Or you can search for all funds of a certain type. For instance, by entering A%, this will return only balances using A funds. And if you enter E%, this will return all balances that are using the E funds. For internal projects, activity can be searched independently of the project. If a value is entered in the class field, the only results that will be returned are those transactions that require a class to be entered in PeopleSoft. If a value for class is entered in the search criteria, balances where the class is excluded will not be returned, and therefore your balances could be off. When entering a from year and from period, you must go back far enough to include the project start date to capture the budget information correctly. Let's enter our search criteria now. Whenever a particular fund code is specified, the total section is displayed with an overview of the balances that meet the criteria and are using, in this case, EN 700 funds. The formula used in the total section for each of the business units except for sponsored projects is opening balance, formerly known as carry forward, plus or minus beginning budget, plus or minus any budget adjustments, equals the adjusted balance. Then you're going to add any revenue plus transfers in, and then we're going to subtract out any pre-encumbrances, any encumbrances, and expenses to equal our remaining balance. The information in the total section is further broken out in the summary section below. Also in the summary section, hyperlinks exist to provide even more detail behind each balance. For Department 155900, there are 4 summary level entries for one internal project, which is 40 cent, which is using fund code EN 700 with transactions that occurred during the period of 1 through 12 of year of 2016. Notice there are only 2 different activities listed, 1000-101-30 and 1011-745. There are 2 lines for each because of the class field. On one line the class is blank, and the other the class has an entry of 200. These 2 lines can be added together to come up with the true balance for this activity. If you scroll further to the right, notice there are balances with hyperlinks. Revenue, transfers in, and expense columns have balances with hyperlinks. Let's drill down into the revenue balance of $36,180.82 on line 2. We see there are 7 transactions that make up this balance. If you recall from the University Dashboard Overview video tutorial, clicking the View Related Links icon allows you to drill down into PeopleSoft to view the actual journals that were entered for these transactions. Now we're going to click the hyperlink for $20,802.26 under the expense column. Notice there are 38 transactions which make up this total. Clicking the View All link allows us to view all of the transactions in this list. Let's drill down into line 5, licenses and fees, with an amount of $252 with the source of AP Voucher. This opens the voucher inquiry page for the document ID specified. Click the various tabs to view information about the vouchers related to this payment. Voucher details is where you can actually view the invoice via attachments and any comments associated with this voucher. If you would like further analysis of the data outside of PeopleSoft, use the download icon to export the data into Excel. Click the home link at the top of the page to exit the university dashboard. Thanks for attending today's tutorial. Click the button to complete the PeopleSoft course completion form.